All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back for some more trading. Let's get straight into the setups before we jump into the 1 minute stories. As you can see on the Dow yearly high low, this is the weekly time frame. Each candle does take one whole week. You can see support coming in from that 38.2. Below that, we want to aim for the 11 level. Above 61.8, we initially want to aim for the 89. Trend is down 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is below the signal line and also trading below that 11. So we can see trend is down. Remember, this is very strong support. So push below this, we aim for the 11. On the monthly high low, this is the daily time frame. Each candle take 1 day. So we can see heading towards this double bottom level here at the 0. We're going to take a look at that now on the daily high low, but currently below this 11 or below 38.2, we chase the 11, which we have reached. From that level to the 11, we have about almost 1,000 points, 954. The currently resistance is the 11, support is the 0. Below that, we want to aim for the minus 127. Quickly jump to the daily high low so we can just check those levels. Currently on the daily high low, this is the 11. The double bottom level we are chasing on the 5 minutes is still below that minus 127 of the daily high low. And we need to see below that level, we obviously need to break below the minus 161 of daily high low in order to aim for the minus 127, but we'll keep you updated with that as well. Take a quick look on the weekly high low. Currently see support coming in from the minus 161. Candle close above the minus 127, break previous candle high, we aim for the 0. That is to take profit. Stop in between the minus 127 and minus 161. Stop level about 32637 around there. And then from the 127 to 0, we have an outstanding 289 points. And then above again for a trigger long back to 38.2. We can see trend has been down. We've had pretty much a very bearish run full of momentum, taking us all the way from that 0, trigger for short below the 0, taking us to final target. Let's just take a look on the 5 minutes as well where we are. So currently above this minus 127, we need to take a look because we're also going to trigger for a daily high low long above 0. And then just above that 11 also comes the minus 127 for the trigger long on the weekly high low, taking us back into the consolidation area for the take profit. Right there's the 0 below the 50 of the daily. On the daily high low, we can see trend is down on the 5 minute, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is above the signal line, trading inside of that consolidation area. So we might be setting up for possible 821 crossover, taking us back to this 11 of the monthly, or possibly back to that 50 moving average on the 5 minutes. We'll keep you updated with the 821 crossover over there, but so far trend is still down. Next trigger for a long candle, close above the 0, break previous candle high. First target 23, final target 38 for the take profit with a stop in between 0 and minus 127. Take a look at the ALSI real quick. Yearly high low. Also support currently 89, resistance is the 100. We've reached that 127 level. Below this 100, we want to be short and actually aim for the 61.8. That is the target we're aiming for. We had pretty much a very solid bullish run, bringing it down a little bit. As I said, support 89. At the moment, we are still on this time frame about 3,725 points away from that 50 moving average. But you can see we rejected that resistance 127 quite fairly and now trading below the 100. So trend is still up, 80 above 21 above 50. Stochastic trading slightly below signal line and breaking down below that 80 level, indicating we might be going back to that 50 moving average after all, but that is still quite some time away. Take a look at the monthly high low. Also, we made a little bit of a gap this morning from where we opened. About a 410 point gap over there, taking us below the 0 level. So technically above this level, we also want to be long and actually aim back for that 38.2. But trend is down, got that 821 moving average crossover, taking us below the 50. The trend is down on the daily time frame for the ALSI. So now we are aiming for this minus 127. Potentially hitting this target and then returning back above 0 to aim for the 38.2. But below this level, we know what we want to do. We want to chase this level. Let's take a quick look at the daily high low and see where we are in the bigger time frames. You can see on the daily high low, let's just get these levels right. First target for a daily high low triggers there above the 0. First target, final target. We'll move through that. Now let's just take a look at where we are on the monthly. So currently you can see just above the minus 127 of the daily, we have the 0 of the monthly. That is also currently the level of resistance we are struggling with. Support is this minus 127. So above this level, we want to aim for going back to that 11 or possibly back to that 23.6, which brings us back into this consolidation area on the daily high low. Take a look at the weekly real quick. Trend is down, 50 above 21 above 8, stochastic below signal line, both trading below 38.2. Trigger short, candle close, break previous candle low below the zero. First target minus 127, final target minus 161, with a stop being at the 23.6. So currently we're about halfway. So trigger long, candle close above the zero, break previous candle high. Aim for the 23.6, first target, final target 38.2. Stop being in the middle, right below zero, right above minus 127. Stop level is about 66450. You can see, as I said, trend is down according to both these indicators, but also on the daily high low, we can see next level of support below the minus 127 of daily. We have the minus 127 of the weekly. That is a target level. But for us to trigger long on the weekly high low, we need to get above the zero of the daily, above the 11 of the monthly to actually get to that zero of the weekly first. Then on the 5-minute time frame, the daily high low, 50 is above 21 above 8. So trend is down for the ALSI on the 5 minutes. Stochastic slightly above the signal line, starting to trade a little bit above this 11 level. So let's just wait for a possible 821 moving average crossover with stochastic pushing back into this consolidation area. But so far, trend is down. As I said, next trigger long, candle close above the zero, break previous candle high, aim for this 38.2 final target. But as we reach the 11, we will close this gap. US Tech, yearly high low, weekly time frame, current level of support is the 23.11, resistance is the 23.6. Below the 38.2, we want to be short and aim for this 11. Below the zero, we want to aim for minus 127. But currently we can see trend is down, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is trading quite fairly below the signal line and below this, slightly below this 11 level. So both these indicators are showing us the trend is down on the weekly time frame. On the monthly, similar to the Dow, we are heading towards that double bottom level at the zero. Below this 38.2, we always say we indicate we want to move towards this 11. We've reached that target from this 38.2, push below to 11, 614 points. We are heading towards this double bottom. Below the zero, we want to aim for the minus 127. Let's just take a look at the daily high low where we are on the monthly. Also on the daily high low, we can see monthly level coming up below this minus 127. We have that zero of the monthly. So in order for us to get below this minus 161, we have to get below that zero of the monthly as well. And then next trigger for a long, candle close above. Watch out for this 11 of the monthly, because that is also a very important target level that we are aiming for. We have to get above that in order to get to final target 38.2. Weekly high low, trend is down, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is trading slightly above the signal line, but both still trading below that 11. Next trigger for a long, candle close above the minus 161, break previous candle high. We aim for the minus 127. You can also see stop will be about halfway. So the range between 127 and 161, we have 229. So about 115 points stop. That will be very optimal. So around this area, around 13, it's about 13213. But stop area, that is a trigger for a long. Otherwise, we've reached the take profit level at the 161 for the short below the zero. But as I said, trend is down according to both these indicators. Take a look at the daily high low real quick. Here we can see the minus 161 of the weekly, right above the 11 of the daily. Next trigger for a long, candle close above the zero, break previous candle high. Aim for the 23.6 first target, stop to entry. Final target 38.2 for the take profit. Stop in the middle, right between 0 and minus 127. Around the 13168 level. Trend is starting to move up. We got that 821 crossover confirmed. Next resistance 50 moving average and 0 of the daily. So watch trend on the US Tech 5 minute is now up. Stochastic is above signal line and also trading slightly above that 50. We just need that to push above 61.8 as well, and price to actually push above that 0 level for that long trigger confirmation. And then we move to the DAX real quick. DAX, we've had so much bullish, bearish momentum. We can just see price the last few weeks just pushing us down about 2,860 point drop from above that 61.8. So initially below 38.2, we aim for the 11, which we have reached. Below the 0, we aim for the minus 127, which we also have reached. So now above the 0, we aim for going back to that 38.2 to the consolidation. So we'll keep you updated on that. 50 above 21 above 8, trend is down. Stochastic below signal line and below the 11 as well. On the monthly high low, this is the daily time frames as well. Support currently minus 161, resistance 127. Above the 127, we want to push back to the 0. Trend is down 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic below signal line, trading below the 11 as well. Take a look at the daily high low real quick where we are with these levels. So currently we are on this minus 161. If we push up for a trigger long above the 61.8, next level of the monthly will only be above the 100. So if we do trigger for a long above the 100 during today, watch as we move closer to first target 127, we have the minus 127 of the monthly there as resistance. On the weekly, trend is also down 50 above 21 above 8. Support currently is that minus 127, sort of a double bottom level over there. You can see stochastic and signal line both trading below that 20 level. So watch out next trigger for a long candle close above the 0. Break previous candle high. We're in for 23.6 first target, 38.2 final target, with the stop being around 12,750. That is about halfway between 0 and minus 127. Daily high low 5-minute trend is up, 8 above 21, prices above the 50 moving average, stochastic above signal line and above 61.8. So trend is down according to both these indicators. So we are looking for chasing these price levels to the top. Next trigger for a long above 61.8. We aim for 77 first target, stop to entry, and final target 89 for the take profit. Otherwise, next short will only be below the 0, but for now, trend is up. So we're going to look at chasing these longs. Just watch out for the highs of today so far, just below that 50. That's about it. Let's jump to the 1 minute real quick. All right. Currently on the 1 minute, let's just have a look at where we're going to put our 1 minute grids. You can see still trailing from the previous high, which was around, this is on the Dow, platform time, coming with a little bit of divergence. 125 is the high, the low around 625. And then extension flips we'll get to now. Let's just sort the DAX real quick. Also the high, that is coming from 505. And the low is at 625. Currently for the extension flips, we're just going to trail the extension flip or just leave it to the side for a little bit. We have no extension flip set up on the DAX at the moment. Also not on the Dow. So we can just leave that for a bit until we at least get the first leg down for retracement. Also have about 11 minutes to go for opening. Next trigger short 33 stochastic down to 50 on the Dow, similar on the DAX. Just need to keep an eye out on the bigger time frame, bigger time frame support. At the moment, we have 50 moving average resistance, 8 above 21 on the 5 minute for the Dow. The trend is up. We can put a buy stop at this high. Ever since 5 minute trend is up, we have 2 candles closing below this high.
Look at the grid. We'll move down. That's 50% retracement.
Yeah. On the DAX, let's have a look at 5 minute trend real quick. 5 minute trend is also up. We can possibly start looking for, we need this candle to close in order to confirm a buy stop above the high for a trend chaser. Watch for that 33 stochastic down to 50. Support 38.2 of the 1 minute grid. Just see how many points we have. About 7 points. Not range, still not big enough for a buy stop above the 61. Have more than 5 candles, so we can just keep that under control. Watch for the possible trigger for separation long. That's in direction of the 5-minute trend, so it is valid. See if we 33 down through 50. Range between 61 and 50, about 8.6 points. We can put a buy stop on the DAX for a trend chaser. Or at 155 moving average support. There's struggling with follow through on that 33 down through 50. Also watch the DAX for that possible 33. You can see strong support coming from the 155 moving average. Breaking down. Going to continue to trail this extension fib. Got that range is valid. We can put a buy stop. And US tech from 61 to 50, about 5.9 points. Not range isn't big enough. Keep in mind 1 minute trend is down, so I'm just going to delete this trend chaser. Watch the 33 down through 50 on the DAX. Support on the DAX is the 23.6 of the week of the daily and minus 161 of the monthly. Five-minute trend might change on the Dow again. Just need this 5-minute candle to close to confirm that crossover. Yeah, Dow is dropping. about 9.5 points on the DAX. We can put a buy stop above the 61 as well. Support on the Dow, minus 127 off the daily. This 5-minute candle closes bearish. We'll get a 21 crossover, confirming the downtrend on the 5-minute again. Same on the DAX. moving average resistance on DAX 1 minute. Watching for that buy stop trigger. Buy stop has triggered. Break below that 77 off the extension fib is stop. Down out. All right, so we have opened. Pulled my order down a little bit. Resistance 50 moving average for 1 minute. Good TP, 22 points.
Yo, what a good trade.
5-minute trend. We can still put that buy stop. 5-minute trend on the DAX is still up, so we have that trend chaser. Just need to see 5-minute trend on the Dow. 8 is still above 21. Slightly, so we can put a buy stop at this high. took profit on the DAX buy stop. Short below 61.8 is valid. We've reached that 77% retracement. I'm going to pull the extension flip to the side for the DAX. Five-minute trend is up, 1 minute trend is up above this 0 or the 100 of the extension flip. We're above 38.2 of the 1 minute grid as well, so I want to aim for the 50. Start looking for possible trend chases on DAX. Just watch out, break at this 100. We're going to trail the 1 minute grid. 89% retracement on the extension flip for the Dow. Short still valid below 61.8. Going to trail this 1 minute grid. As Rena said, 50 moving average on 5 resistance. Aiming about manual exit, about 20 points on that one.
Yeah. Right on that.
We look for possibility of a trend chaser now. Both 5-minute trends are up. Watch out. Current level of resistance on the Dow is the 11 of the monthly. We know how strong that level can be. Also, we're back inside the consolidation on daily high low for the DAX. Need this candle to close below that high. We do qualify for a buy stop now on both of them. Only going to go for the 5. Yeah. Which up 33 down through 50 is valid on both of them. Support 89 of the 1 minute grid on the DAX. Start measuring for a possibility of an extension fib on the DAX, the DAX. Wait for break of these highs.
I'm going to stochastic on downgrade. This is 1.8.
Yeah.
So I just want to see that close about 50 week. I'm going to do in a couple of seconds.
A little bit of a spike there.
That's fine.
Big profit on that one. Big profit. Daily target reached, but it's fine. We're going to keep going.
The NASDAQ is which one?
I guess just going to continue to trail these grids. The harvest is still fine. Watch out, we're about to trigger long for a daily high low trigger on the Dow. Candle close above the 0, break previous candle high. We respected the 50 of the daily high low on DAX, so long short either way above 61 or below 38. Also, next trigger long, US Tech daily high low above the 0. Candle close, break previous candle highest trigger. Watch 61.8 on the Dow 1 minute grid resistance.
I say that points away, but it looks like it's just there.
Yeah, everything going into the sky. Well, we did drop quite a bit last night. Watch for trigger long on DAX daily high low above 61.
That was all above the zero. So we're still okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Not that 11 it starts getting a bit.
But there's a lot of momentum at the moment. So remember, we're starting to look for those opening range highs, possibly. Still have about a good couple of minutes to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, watch for that DAX daily high low trade and US Tech and Dow. Going to continue to trail these grids. You can see price is just moving up. You need about a nice 5 candles retracing to the opposite side in order to start getting a feel for possible extension fib. See, we're tracing a little bit. Basically, on all of them, break of these highs is trigger long for daily high lows. break of these highs, we can put a buy stop. For trend chaser. Take my buy stop on DAX. Took TP on the DAX. More buy stop on the Dow. Took TP on the Dow.
Short for the bounce. Done.
And also up and coming 89 to 1 minute grid. I think grid is big. Possibly start looking for opening range highs since we have about less than 4 minutes to go.
Got no extension for one down.
No. Nothing on DAX as well. DAX getting very close to that first target 77 daily high low. Only resistance we have now, 0 of the weekly. That is also a weekly trigger above the 0. About 8 minutes to go for that half past candle as well, about less than 3 to go for opening ranges. I'm just going to start sorting out my side because we need those levels. The only positions I can look at the moment would be 33 down through 50 or possibilities for 2 candle retracement for a trend chaser. Watch that 89 1-minute grid. Break above that 100, we're just going to keep trailing. Getting very close to that first target of the daily high low on the Dow, 23.6. We're about just less than 34 points away. So we still have that daily high low target. Thanks, man. We have our opening ranges, channel post fast. I'm just going to get my levels ready as well. Tiana, I think there's a question for you on the ground.
I think I just made a mistake. What are you talking about?
Just the levels.
I just made a mistake with the levels. I'll correct it now. I was getting close to a trend change, Chase.
Yeah, just getting my levels ready as well. DAX has a massive opening range. Right, now that we have that, we have our support and resistance. I'm going to keep trailing this extension fib on the DAX. Yeah, we know that 89 is holding on the 1-minute grid for the Dow. Resistance on US Tech 1 minus 161 of the weekly. Resistance on the DAX 77 of the daily. We've reached that first target, so stop is to entry on that trade. So far, stop is to entry from where the trigger is. You are up about 87 points. Going to 100. Good trade. Yeah, so far on the Dow, from that low, we've jumped about 500 points.
In 30 minutes.
It's a lot. Reached first target 23.6 on the daily high low for Dow, giving me no opportunity for a buy stop. But what goes up must come down. So let's start looking for a trigger long on the opening range as well. We're trading above that 61.8, about a couple of seconds to go. Risk to reward is still great. Just keeping out the DAX with that big of a range. It really still is moving. The DAX to first target 253 points. And risk rewards almost out here. Thing is really moving. From the 50 moving average on 5 minute for DAX, we're about 460 points away. We're going to trail the 1 minute grid on the Dow. We've triggered long opening range US tech. We've hit final target daily high low on the DAX. Going to ease out on the buy stops for a little bit. We are very extended to the upside. Let's rather look for possible extension FIB setups. Also went past that half past candle. Watch for possibility of a 33 down to 50 or separation for a long. I'm keeping my eye out for possible extension FIB setups. You can put a buy stop above that 100. I'd rather set that one out. As I said, we are so extended on the 5 minute for the Dow. You're 300 points away from 50 moving average on 5. On the DAX, we are about 440 points away. If we break this high on the Dow, trigger long opening range. Same on the DAX, break this high, trigger long opening range. Just with you can see there's a lot of bullish momentum. We went up, about almost 500 points down. So I do expect a little bit of a retracement before we go back and reach those levels, because as we know, nothing goes in a straight line. So also see both these stochastics are quite overbought. This is where the market starts to get a little bit sideways. Just keep an eye out. As I said, next short 33 down to 50. Start putting our extension fibs. From 61 to 50, we have 9 points, still not big enough. There we go. That is now 10.9 points. Close that. That was about 10 points. Just missed the one on US Tech, but there's, sorry, the DAX. So you're having US Tech on the side, that range, 10 points. Buy stop above that 61. Immediate TP on that one. Watch this 23.6. If we reach that 77% retracement, short below 61.8, 61.77, about 13 points, it's valid.
Have we got any setups, guys?
Not at the moment, just Waiting for that 77 retracement. We can short below 61.
Is that on DAX?
Dow.
Is the range good enough?
Yeah, about 12 points from 61 to 77. About 13 points, so it's good. Not going to short below 61. We haven't reached that 77 or the 23 in this case.
Have you got a buy stop at the top?
On the Dow.
Yeah.
No, I said I'm going to stick out of the buy stop since we're so extended on the 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a little bit of a wait since we're moving like this at the moment. But we have that 77% retracement now. So putting a sell stop below the 61.8.
Careful the 89 1 minute grid.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. See the Dow and the DAX, they talk to each other like actually a lot. Or 20 minutes to go, or 90 minutes to go for that 11 o'clock. Haven't triggered long yet on the Dow opening range or the DAX. I said we need to break these highs in order to get those triggers. They're crazy. Putting buy stops above these highs. Five-minute trend is up. Took my buy stop on the Dow. But I have to stop. Ooh. Nasty stop.
61 to 77 still valid. Okay, target.
Took my sell stop below 61. Did take profit there.
The DAX you take profit as well. Yeah. Right, so just the heads up there.
That's
the
what I
longs. The longs, just put it up a little bit. George, you can put it on the line because it has to go past it.
Yeah. Extension fibs, we can have that long above 61.
15 points on the Dow. 15 points on the DAX. What's your stochastics down there?
Yeah, 33 down to 50 for the shorts. I'm looking for the Dow. I'm short. Back to the 77, the 1 minute grid. US Tech took 12 points profit over there. Missed US Tech one, both triggered at the same time, also found support in the 77.
Did you get that whole 61 to 50 or didn't you move it?
I didn't move it, but it got both TPs. Unfortunate. I didn't move it, but if you did move it, that would have been TP at the 50 already.
Draw your lines across the top.
This one as well. This one's also almost double top.
Yeah, it's double top.
Yeah.
Draw a line.
Resistance 89 1 minute grid, resistance 89 on both of them. If you reach a 23.6, that trend line resistance short below 61.8. Stochastic failed at the 44 on the Dow, failed at the 50 on the DAX. DAX resistance at the 89 of the daily high low, support 77. Five-minute trend is up on both. 1 minute trend starting to change to the downside on the Dow. Got 33 stochastic down to 50 again. Taking that short on US Tech. 5 points. Got to TP on that one. The Dow also, if you want to re-enter on that one.
You said US tech.
Short, sorry, DAX. Yeah. Because I'm used to having Dow and US tech. Break above that 61, I have to take that stop. Got that 33 down to 50. Out.